Ha! Figured it out. Got it. Pardon me. Not a good way to start the stream, really, is it? Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz. Yeah, it's Monday. It's Models and Musings Day. That's what it is. And I've just started the stream, so I need to go get onto the portrait mode so I can, if anyone comes in there, I can actually read the damn thing. And of course, LinkedIn is the thing that messaged me first. And then about 1,006 other things. Now it's telling me I can go to portrait mode. Hurrah! Good evening, Northern. How the devil are you, mate? How the devil are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I got it up there, so boom, mate. I got it up. So yeah, you're the only one in there, so you have all my attention. For good or for bad, whichever one, whatever that may be. Yeah, you have all my attention. So I'm going to move this over there so I can put phone over here. No, it's all right, mate. I know you've had a lot of stuff happening recently in your life, so don't you worry about whether or not you can make it here or not. If you can't make it, you can't make it. You've got stuff on. If you can make it, you can make it. That's even extra. That's even better. We're still working through the Armageddon Space Marines at the minute. So the Vanguard veterans, ancient, captain, just the usual stuff from the last few weeks. It's taken me a bit longer than I thought it would to get through these. So I'm not exactly happy because I thought I'd be at least onto like the Eradicators or something by now. But apparently not. I'm still working through the Vanguard veterans. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Working through the Vanguard veterans still. Eventually we will be getting onto the Orcs, but that's going to be a big, huge project overall because the Stomper's involved in that and a lot of characters. A lot of bleeding characters. I'm just going to double... there we are. Cheers, Buzzard. Hey up, mate. Nice to have you in, and you just confirmed my thoughts. Is it even working? Because he's not showing viewers and not showing nothing on my screen. Right. Wet the old whistle. Get a bit of the old what's it? Wet palette paper. That's the stuff. Still got a fair whack of this left, so I don't have to restock. I'm alright. That goes down on there. Get down, you little. See, some things work, some things don't, and yeah, we struggle on as we do. We struggle on as we do. So welcome into everybody else who's come to join us. We are only just starting, and as per usual, Lazy Mini Painting is now freaking ready on time. Never ready on time. But I'm doing better tonight than I have been doing. Right, I know we've got reds to do, I know we've got ivories to do, so we're going to need both of them. So, ivory. Ali, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably send, in case he's bored. In case he's bored. I'm just... Are you laughing at me being late again? No, but I don't blame you. It's music. I've just got to message someone just because, yeah, I forgot to. I was supposed to message them and I forgot to. Hopefully it means he's actually going to come in for the first time in like years. No, I didn't want set. Why are you going on settings? I'm trying to type to one of my moderators. Ah. Oh, for God's sake, I can't type. What the hell is going on, people? Everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. I can't type. I can't do nothing. Everything's going wrong. He's probably going to ask me what the bloody channel name's called again. Because he's an idiot. Like that sometimes. But what do I wanted to type something to Ramrod. And it's took me a minute to get through to him. Yeah. Norman's finding it hilarious the fact that I've never read it ever. And I'm still not ready now. And I've actually started the stream and I'm like 6 minutes into it. I've got Buzzard and Graham and Ali in horizontal mode. I've got Northern and Ali and me and 6 other people in portrait mode. I have no idea what's going on. So let's put paint on wet palette. That'll be a good start, wouldn't it? It's a little bit of ivory. I don't want too much of it this time for a change. Just a tiny, tiny little drop. You see, little drop just there. That's all I'm using. And then we want Conrad. Good big shake up. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. How was you doing today? We know that you started your new kill team. Well, Mandrakes. I don't know if they are a kill team or not. I just know it's something that you've started. Could be a kill team. I'm pretty sure they were a kill team at one point. In fact, you have to get a better view on portrait, in fairness, Northern at the minute. For some reason, my camera gives a better quality on portrait than it does on horizontal for some strange, bizarre reason. And I'm not sure why. If I could figure that out, I'd be a genius. But I can't, so I'm not. Oh, so they are a kill team. Mandrakes are a kill team. Mandrakes are a kill team. Mandrakes are a kill team, even though they've got no ranged weapons, so they're going to get shot to hell running across that board. They are going to get shot to hit going across that board. Unless, of course, you're playing something like Gene Stealers. Or orcs, because orcs can't hit the broadside of a barn even if they're stood inside it. So, guns, ivory bits, and any other little bits of ready stuff that we've missed. That's what the first bit is. So we need a relatively small brush, so we're going to go for a size 0. If it'll even show it up on there. No, it won't. Ah, from Kill Team Nightmare, where it came with the night. Yeah, so it came with the Night Lords. I didn't mind those Night Lord sculpts. They were alright, actually. Now that the swords have dried, I've realised they're quite nice. So it has actually kept the purpley bit where I wanted to keep the purpley bit, the brighter purpley bit, and it's got the darky purpley bit where I wanted the darky purpley bit. All work out good in the end. That's a bag of snow. In case anyone's thinking, Lars, you shouldn't be having that stuff on you. It's not that stuff. It was a bag of snow. This is a bag of basing materials. Because I know it probably just popped into the top of the somewhere at the top of the camera, and it looks like a bag of something else. It's not a bag of something else. It is definitely a bag of basing. It came with the army painted basing set that Ali bought for me. I've just not had anything to use for snow yet. That's all. Oh. You've missed this, haven't you, Northern? the random bits of me trying to explain that I don't have copious amounts of drugs on my desk. Even though it may look and sound like it sometimes. Oh, actually, that gives me an idea. Just been having a conversation with Sparkles regarding the few things that we've got left regarding the wedding. And one of the things is basically, you have, oh, that's just not fair. That's not fair. Twisted's gotten, you've gotten, everyone's got the stuff that I want to know. Yeah, so we're having a discussion about essentially what we've got left to do, and we've done most of it. We're quite well ahead of where we should be, so that's good. But one thing we have not really thought about is stag do, hen do thing. Now, neither one of us has planned anything, nothing at all. Whenever it gets brought up to me, I tell them to go speak to my best man. Best man's my dad. No one ever goes to talk to my dad about stuff, so nothing gets happened. Well, then I got asked, what would I want to do if I got a choice in the matter and I'm not just going to get kidnapped? And my answer was, I'd be quite happy going playing games somewhere. Don't have to go for a drink. Go somewhere where I can smoke, obviously, because I'm a smoker, so I will be needing somewhere with access to a smoking area. And then somewhere to play games, and I'd be happy. And then, well, where could I actually go to do all this? Now, I know there's a few people over in York. There's a few people in Manchester. And there's a potential of possible meetups between the lot of them to have multiple people there. And then how the bloody hell am I going to arrange that? Because there'll be people who would want to come on my stag do who wouldn't necessarily be into the gaming side of it, which would make it interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm not sure what I want to do, essentially. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything at all. By the sounds of it so far, I ain't doing jack. So that makes it easy to plan, doesn't it? Very easy to plan. I've only got like 3 guys with bolt pistols. I've only got 3 guys with heavy bolt pistols. Out of a unit of 5, I've only got 3. Okay, I can deal with that. That's nice and simple. Oh, sorry. I'm a bit too far down there. Let's bring it back up so you can see that I'm doing the corn red on all the guns, which I should have done when I was doing the purity seals, but I didn't because I'm an idiot and I forgot. Hey, look, at least I'll admit it. At least I'll admit it. Oh, you're going full on now, are you, Twisted? You're sketching everything in, putting all your details. These mandrakes are going to look good, aren't they? Your mandrakes are going to look good. And I would imagine they do, because you put like 5, 6, 7 times the amount of effort in and time in that I do to painting mine than you do painting yours. You spend a lot more time painting yours. Whereas I am happy at tabletop standard. There are other people who wish to go for more of a armies on parade standard, and some people who even work all the way up to like gold, try to get golden demon level. That's just weird. Now, with these being Vanguard veterans, they do have more detail on them and more like greeblies and little bits on them to paint. So try and make them stand out on the tabletop a bit more. So they will get more done to them than a standard like intercessor or assault intercessor. But there's only so much you can get done on them before you put in character level work into a grunt unit. You don't want to be putting character level work into a grunt unit unless you are really dedicated to making every single one look stupendous. Even though it's going to be lost in the masses. If you go back to that video a few weeks ago where a 2 foot by 6 foot table got filled with Space Marines, and I still didn't have enough room to bring out all the firstborn, you get lost in the masses very easily. So we don't want to be doing that too much, but we don't want to. Yeah, there's lots of things we can be pigging around with, essentially. Lots of things to be pigging around with. Right. So that's like that layer of thread done. So I'll let that dry, and so that means the no, I still didn't mean it. I spotted something on camera today. I'm not going to point it out, but yeah, I look weird to me on camera today. To the point that it's doom and I can't even look at my own camera. It's bad. You're not putting Karen hours into each. Oh, that's good. That's good. Because if you've got to put that many hours into each one of those, that's going to take, what, about 4 months to do that 10-man unit? And that's only because they don't have quite as many greeblies and bits on them as some of the standard ones. So need to touch up that skull there to get a bit more clear ivory. Yeah, so there's no characters in the kill teams. Well, sometimes there is, but there's none in the Mandrake one. It's just a unit of Mandrakes. And then a slight edge highlight across the Crux Terminatus. And again, just try and catch the high edges on that skull on his knee. Almost a dry brush. Oh, we have contacts, Nathan. We have contacts. We could get. It'd actually be easier to organise a gaming night in York for me than it would to be organising a gaming night in Manchester. The biggest problem would be staying over. Where we're going to stay. That'd be the biggest problem. And the answer's really easy by things like Premier Inn. Wait, I know where Premier Inn is. I've stayed at that Premier Inn. It's not bad. It's right next to Wetherspoons as well, so nice cheap breakfasts. Are half decent. Not the best in the world, but half decent. I mean, if Graham's still in, I'm assuming you're still in, Graham. Could you think of anywhere off the top of your head that might be able to facilitate grown men playing Oxford skin, wait a minute, green fine and brown left. Are you trying to guess what paints I've got on my desk, Twisted? Move to where the figure on the yellow board. So move to here. So right. So thanks, Ali. Basically what I'm doing is Alice just told me that I'm using this little block as my centering point. So that's where I need to be painting. Thank you, Ali. So I need to be up here. Haha. See, Ali's good at this. Ali's better YouTuber than I am. Which is kind of why I'm glad you're in here, Ali, because you really help me. And that's weird because, yeah, I've got cross hands because my wet palette's on the wrong side. Usually my wet palette's on my left, and this time I put it on my right, and I am left-handed. So it doesn't help. Oh, that's how you're painting the mandrakes. Oh, okay. It's just with the amount of browns and greens you were saying that were on there. I thought you was reading what was on my desk as opposed to. I tried to guess what was on my desk as opposed to what you was going to be painting mandrakes. I thought mandrakes were all dark and green. And no, yeah, other colours I don't usually see on. I don't usually see them on mandrakes. But if that's how you're doing them, dude, that's how you're doing them. I can't wait to see how they turn out. I mean, because I've seen how some of your things have turned out, and you've told me what you're going to do, and I've thought, okay, that sounds a little bit not quite the standard way, but see how it goes. And then you've quite happily proved me very wrong by pulling out some very, very impressive battles and painting schemes that I didn't think were possible. Not gonna lie, you do. And then you go do a bloody base. And then you do your bases. And that's when I give up. Don't be afraid. Yeah. If I'm out of view, please tell me. Please tell me, because especially now when I'm trying not to look at myself on the camera because I've spotted something, I'm really not going to be able to see. Now I've got a reference point on my desk, it's easier. So right in front of me, like this line here, is where it's where I want to be. Yeah, I will take constructive criticism, even if it's just a small amount of criticism going, lads, you're not even in the right place, just move a bit to your left or your right. Bear in mind the paintbrush is in my left hand and the model is in my right, so you can use that to orientate. And that way you know whether it's my left hand, whether I need to go left, which is right on the screen, or right, which is left on the... It's because my cameras are all weird around. It's odd. Just to get them to work right, I've had to kind of flip them and mirror them and stuff. Otherwise they look all weird. And they don't go on my arms. Not these arms, I mean like boom arms. For obvious reasons, I'm not sat here holding the camera. Imagine if I had to hold the camera and paint. Jeez, we'll be here all bloody night. Brighten up the ivories. Brighten up the ivories. Brighten up the ivories. You're done. You're not completely done. You've definitely been touched up. Yep. How's about you? Have you been touched up? Not. I should really think about my wording, shouldn't I? Definitely think about my wording. Vandigardi veteran. I figured, yeah, also with the York thing, there's going to be a lot of, I think there's a few more people who can find York attendable. But on the other point, I've got people who would want to come and are not related to the channel who might not be able to make it. Now, these are people who will be coming to the wedding as well, so. Oh, I'm at a bit of a cross point. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know where to start, who to start speaking to try and organise it. Kind of the reason why I was hoping Ramrod would have popped in a little bit. He might have been able to help some. He'll be invited, of course, considering he's my backup everything on the day. And by backup everything, I do mean backup everything apart from groom and bride. It's the only two things he doesn't have to. He won't get asked about. He might be forced to be a DJ. He might be forced to be a ring bearer. Heck, I might even try and get him in a dress to be the maid of honour if he has to. We'll see how it goes. But if I'm asking all this, the least I can do is make sure he's available to get to things like stag do's if I'm having one. This is an if as well, because as it stands at the moment, I won't be having a stag do. I've got 2 months. nothing's been prepared, spoke about, mentioned, none. So I've not got a clue. Now I'm worried that he's going to be like 3 or 4 guys just turn up at my door one day and drag me out. With Sparkles' permission as she waves, going, bye, see you in a couple of days. As she throws my passport out. She doesn't have to worry about me shaving my head because I'm going to do that myself anyway. My eyebrows aren't particularly standoutish, and if they shave my face, they shave my face. As long as they do a good job and don't leave me full of bloody cuts and stuff, I'll be alright. So the usual stuff that people are afraid of, I'm alright with. It's just some of the other stuff. Right. Looking at this little chappy here as well. There's lots of stuff. I'm going to have to come back to his banner afterwards, because that banner's busy. Essentially, yeah, gay boys, and just drag me out of the house. Bundle me in the back of a car and then, well, bag over the head, bundle me in the back of a car and then pull me out wherever we get to. And I know friends of mine that are willing to do that as well, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. Move to the centre of Smith. Right. I'm guessing that line is kind of just off centre, so this section should be centre for horizontal, and this bit is centre for portrait. So I am very much in this small section. I'll try to do my best to pay attention to that, Ali. Thank you. Well, I'm just having a quick drink. If anyone's here and not hit that like button, please give me a thumbs up if you want to. If you want to hit the subscribe as well, feel free. If you want to give me a topic of conversation, blood for the blood god. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. How's you doing? Are we doing all right? We're not doing blood for blood god tonight, though. We're doing we're doing fodder for the emperor. No, I mean, no, it's not mandatory. I'm sat here talking now, so you've got me in conversation mode. I'm pretty sure you could have been as well that Northern, because I'm pretty sure you came in partway through the Orc stage, or at least doing Orky stuff at the time. So it's probably. I don't mandatory make people do it. It's not mandatory blood. What I do is I realise that people are here of their own volition, and they can come and go as they please. Just that if you're coming to watch me, bear in mind you're coming to watch somebody who's doing therapy. So if there's no one in here, I'm still talking. And if there's people in here that are talking, then people talk back to me, and that just makes it all the worse, because then it's like I'm having a conversation and people are listening and talking, and it goes weird. Well, yes, mandatory for painter friends. I mean, yeah, if you're popping in and you know the painter to a degree, you pop in, you hit the like, and then you open the chat. That's how I do it. So I do it with MS Paints videos. That's how I do it with Alma. That's how I do it with Twisted when I catch his. Pretty much, yeah. I hit the like first, but not everyone. Not everybody's like me. So I don't expect them to be. Oh God, can you imagine? Oh shit, can you imagine if everyone was like me? Oh fuck. No. I want off. Now. Let me off. I don't want to be a part of this world anymore than one of me. You have seen my work for a while now, blood. Just because I post out there like a social media hub. I always forget. I forget. If you actually do see some of my stuff, it's one of the few times that I actually remember. It's like, oh shit, I took a photo of that, and then put it up somewhere. Right, next paint. Next paint. Let's have a look at you. What are you looking dodgy about? You're looking a bit dodgy. Why are you looking dodgy? None of your gold bits are done. None of his gold bits are done. Everyone's got the purple swords. Who were? Nice purple stabbers. But nobody's got any gold. No one's got any gold drip or no brass drip. So we go for Retributor armor first, and then we're going to highlight it with brass, which is weird. I'm just going to go double check something because I always have to do this because I'm silly and I forget where I know people from. So I know Blood from Blood God. I know the name. I got to disable that. But now I've got to try and remember which other server I know you from. I've got a feeling it's going to be this one. But I'm going to go on just to double check. And if you're not under there as Blood for the Blood God, I'm screwed. Because that means I've seen you somewhere else and I know the name and I'm fucked. Yeah, I was right. It was from Almas. Fuck yes, I've got a memory for at least 5 minutes. That's the first time this week. Skulls for your skull throne. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Slaughter in the name of corn. Sorry, going off on head going off on one there. Oh no, that's not good, Graham. That's not good. I've just gone back up and found Purple Stabbers was not on Northern's bingo card for tonight. Look, if you're making bingo cards for my streams, good luck, because I don't know what's coming up on them. This redundancy consultation sucks. You have no energy. And sat like a lemon rising yourself, trying to get yourself willing to write a script. Oh dear God. Fuck the script, just write a CV. Start throwing that out. Get your CV out there. Get it known. Maybe even get a bit of freelance accounting in the meantime. Obviously, you can work out your own tax from there. Or at least I would hope you could. Oh, CV is done. Not a lot of jobs. Oh, shit. And you might have to go private. You might have to try going private. See if you can find a few people who actually need accountants and things. Like people who are not very good with money but have enough of it to be stupid. And then tell them you can manage it all for a reasonable sum of 125k a year after tax. Oh, so you have actually got, so well, of course you've applied for some. You just got to wait to hear back. I don't know who Defra. I would have thought that was just Deborah, but with cruel parents who decided they don't want the child to get through school without being bullied. Oh, no. Turn it round. Get it in camera. And get his shiny face. Well, 120k would be impossible with your experience. That's no way to think about it, Graham. 120k is your starting point, and then you haggle from there. Oh, and you're tied to York because of shit. Not your son, the other bit that's involved with it. Well, let's take your mind off it, Graham. Let's take your mind off it. You're tied to York, as me and Northern have just, well, as everyone, me and everyone in here have just been talking about, because you've all been here with me. Woohoo. Like, you're so nice. You're so kind to me. Thank you. If we was going to actually go get intoxicated, now you know what that word means when I say it, and play games, where do you think we should go? Yeah, 2 more years is no help now. You need that. You need that clearing up soon as. So let's test your knowledge of the York gaming scene. We'll probably need a couple of card tables, maybe a couple of skirmish tables, and as we've already. Okay, I'm gonna type this bit into. I'm gonna type this to uh, Graham privately because yeah, I can't type this. I'm not typing this in. Nope. There he is. Okay. Just because, as I said, I would be intoxicated to a certain degree, and I just have to clarify that with Graham. But I can't type this into YouTube because it's incriminating. Incriminating is probably the best way I can put it. I mean, we could stay at travel lodges, that's fine. But the overall where to play and where to do things is more important. I'll sleep on a park bench. Especially if I'm not going to sleep till like 4 in the morning. I'm expecting to get on a train back at like 7 or something. Then yeah, I'll just sleep on the bench outside. Go walk the walls for a few hours. Oh, go climb that big hill to the big castle thing and go sleep in there because no one's going to find me in there. No fucker walks up that hill. Too bloody big. Stay away from the big cathedral though because there's lots of people around there and the shops don't like me and try and kill me by smacking me in the head. See, didn't think so. Didn't think so. Graham's house is out. Graham's house is out. Da-dum. I wouldn't necessarily say we're going to be rowdy. um, rowdy's rowdy's not the usual state that I would classify us to get into, or at least me and the people that I'm aware of. We don't generally get rowdy. Yeah. You off to bed, Ali? Not a problem. Thank you for calling in, and you have a nice night. Have a good night's sleep. Have a nice rest. Well, work on Tuesday, ain't you? The dreaded W word, the one we try to avoid. We don't try to avoid it. I want to get back into work. I've just got to sort myself out first. Make sure that I'm not going to cause people injuries while I'm there, including myself. Myself is another one that I don't want to cause injuries to. And I forgot to do his gun. An Airbnb might not be a bad idea, actually. That might, I mean, obviously certain things would have to take place outside, which is what I'd expect anyway. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it, blood? It does suck. I've got to essentially come off my tablets, and then if I can come off my tablets, and then I should be able to apply for work again. But I've got to come off my tablets and stay without a reaction or without my symptoms coming back for at least 6 months, if not a year, before I can apply for a driving license. And then I can try and get on the road again. Yay. So yeah, at best I'm hoping a year and a half, and then I can start being back in work and try driving. That's what my idea is. That's what I want. That's the quick scale. And yes, northern gummies can always be eaten inside. But we both know it's not just going to be gummies. We both know this. We may start off by sticking 5 of them in our mouth at once, but it ain't going to finish there, is it? Oh, what's that? No, 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 no. Yeah, hopefully nobody can see what I've just had on there. That's all private stuff. It's not actually that private. Most of you know that I'm part of those communities, but still, it's still coming through on my phone. What do you mean, Graham? We're planning to get intoxicated. That's what we're planning. I can't do social jobs, so you need to get a higher license than what you have, so you can drive the bigger rigs. So you're going for the heavy ton, wide loads, heavy loads, the long loads, the specialist stuff where they come looking for you for the job rather than you work for a company and they just give you them. You're looking to go specialized. Nice. Look, wedding's going to be fine, Graham. I've got to be in good behaviour on that day because, well, Sparkles will be there, won't she? Can't be too bad on the day Sparkles is there. Stag do, however, Sparkles isn't going to be there. So, woohoo. And the wedding should be fine and normal. You fair Sparkles. This is going to make it even more fun for me. Oh shit, that sounded evil. I didn't mean to make it sound like that. Sparkles is nice. Sparkles is like probably the nicest person I've ever met in my. No, Sparkles is the nicest person I've ever met in my life. I've only ever heard her swear twice, and even that was by accident. And I didn't actually hear her swear; it just sounded like it. She's a nice, calm, lovely woman. But she has got one of those stares that she doesn't need to shout at you. She'll just look at you and you'll know you've been disappointed. True, I'm I'm not my resin dealer, so I've got nothing to fear on that behalf. But in fairness, the cats were all Sparkles. The cats were all Sparkles. They were her, not me. And the Hectors, and the Hectors. Well, that was Sparkles' own fault because she turned around and said, "I have to spend a bit of money," and they asked her roughly how much I had to spend, and lo and behold, it was around the amount of the frogs. So while we was having the conversation, and before she had a chance to change her mind, I ordered them. All 9. Just ordered them. And then when she went, "Are you going to order them?" I the place were telling them that they were already on the printing bed and would be sent on Tuesday. And obviously, I now have them. So she's a nice bitch. She just lets me buy resin certain times if we need to, because she knows I can. Out of everyone in the house, if we need to get rid of money, I can get rid of it fast. I have lots of things I can spend money on and get rid of money fast. It's not particularly a good thing to be able to just make money disappear like that. Because you don't always have something to show for it at the end. Well, you usually have something to show for it for a while, but depending what it is, you might not have it for very long. And if it's a potential other people socializing thing, it is definitely not going to last long. Because I know how that works. As many lads calls it, boys' nights, which start at like 8 o'clock in the evening and sometimes don't finish till 4 o'clock in the morning. That's like 8 hours. And that's a long time. But I think even they may be coming to a bit of a dry up soon, just over the next couple of months. So I can get stuff done. I've got to start getting up like early mornings and stuff and going out and doing things and collecting my suits and blah 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 blah. You know, all the really fun stuff you have to do. I mean, I'm looking forward to the day. The day's going to be brilliant. Some of the extra bits, it's like the actual day. I'm taxiing here, there, and bloody everywhere because I've got to go check into the hotel, get all the stuff to the hotel, get back, get changed, get mini less changed, get mini sparkles changed. Well, give mini sparkles a suit and go, there's your clothes. Put them on. I've started the handkerchief out. Then get to the place before everybody else. Then message Graham and go, "Where are you? I need Dave." And then Graham says, "He's in a taxi on his way because I'm not getting there till later because I don't need to be." All right, okay. And then that panic's over. Is there a budget on the venue? Do you want me to see if I can find somewhere? I don't know. This is the thing I don't know, Graham. I don't. Nobody spoke to me about anything regarding a stag do or that, and nothing. Nobody spoke to me about nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know who wants to come. I don't know who doesn't want to come. I don't know if anybody wants to come or anyone wants to do anything. That's the point I'm at with it. So I have no idea. Ideally, it'll be as cheap as possible because I've still got to pay people for my wedding. My dad's my best man, and he doesn't particularly want you to organise a stag do. Don't blame him. He's 70 odd, what's he? And we only share certain interests. His form of a stag do is to go to a pub. I don't do pubs anymore. So it is causing a considerable pain in the rear end for people to find something that everybody can be involved in that might want to come, and then trying to arrange it. Well, the problem is not many people know who my dad is or how to contact him, which is purposeful. By his choice, he has no. He doesn't do Facebook. He's not even got a mobile phone. So, yeah, trying to get him in some of these cases is not easy. It's not easy at all. Red Cup, fuck off. Not literally. If you're in the chat, I don't mean fuck off. I mean Discord. It's my own fault. I've not muted it. You have to drag your best man's screen, dragging the screen to your head. See, overall, I'm not actually. The only reason it's come into my head is because Sparkles has asked it. I wouldn't have thought anything of it had Sparkles not mentioned it. So that's the only reason I'm thinking about it. Consider yourself lucky you got put in a wedding dress and got made to go drinking in Scotland, and it went down like a lead balloon. Yeah, I bet it would. See, that's the other thing. If we go to Scotland, there's a good chance that my family members might turn up, and that's a whole different kettle of fish if some of those turn up. One or two of them, I'm fine with. I really am okay with a couple of them turning up. The problem is the ones that I'd be happy with turning up out my cousins are actually the female ones, and they wouldn't be allowed on a stag do to start with. Then it'll be my male cousins, and yeah, I don't want them to turn up. Not the Scottish ones, anyway. English ones, no, they're all right. I'll let them turn up. In fact, one of them will be quite happy to possibly come and play games and stuff, because he's been cursing me ever since the day I showed him Warhammer, and that was 20 odd years ago. So he's not happy with me. Going out in a wedding dress would not be the worst thing that I've worn on a night out, believe it or not. I've worn far worse than that, to the degree that I've made a bunch of Geordies stand up from the table, feel very, very uncomfortable, and leave the nightclub. Even though they said just moments before, nothing on this planet would make them feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Wait till there's something nearly 7 foot tall in a bath stocking, suspenders, and a giant curly wig sat next to you. You will soon change your mind, especially when they're like 18 stone. 18 stone. Yes. I was a big one. And yeah, I scared the crap out of them. Scared the crap out of me, in fairness. And that you had to. Wait a minute. Right, I've got to read all this. Alright, so you had to drag him, cream, and cricket into it. Went paintballing, then had a piss up and camped in a field, fair enough. Next to Ken Morrison's mansion or a supermarket. Okay. It was Ken's daughter's 18th. They had fireworks. Guys tricked you that you bought them. And like, oh, they're a bunch of dicks. That's a proper bunch of dicks. No way to do that to you. Little fuckers. Little fuckers. Yeah, somebody's tech pedicures will be removed the morning after that one. You little shit. Right. Now he's got a captain. Well, Capitani has got a big shield, has got lots of trim, has got iron halos, swords, things on his chest. He's just fucking golden mess is what he's going to end up being. A golden mess. Yeah, I'm not surprised it ruined your night. As I said, 10 pegs have been getting took out once they'd all gone in. I'll be making sure they're all asleep. Then I'm going down, taking all the tent pegs out, all the bloody bars out, everything. Zipping them up. And if they're lucky, they don't suffocate through the night. They just wake up with a tent on top of them that's gone down. If I got my way, then yeah, he suffocated them in the night, little fuckers. Doing shit like that. It's a cunt. Oh, only twigged in the morning. Fuck them. Who needs fucking friends when you got? Who needs enemies when you got friends like that? Eh? Who needs enemies when there's friends like that? What's all this? What's all this? Why is it beeping at me? Why are you flashing at me? Stop flashing at me. Computer. No. Stop it. Stop it. Good. Stop doing whatever it was doing now. Right, gold. Gold, gold. I'm distracting again, aren't I? Getting distracted. Not that it's difficult to distract me. We know this. That is evil, isn't it? That's fucking cruel. So here's a warning of what my reaction would. You just heard what my reaction would probably be. I'm gonna risk killing you because you've pissed me off. So, suggestion: people not to try shit like that, please. I'd rather get to my wedding and not have to argue with the judge saying I need a day release to get married. Don't want to be asking for day releases. I know they can issue them, but if I've just technically manslaughtered however many people were there, then they might be reluctant to give it to me. And I'm just going to blame it on mental health, so they'll send me to hospital instead of prison. Yeah, there's pranks and then there's giving you a fucking heart attack. I don't appreciate heart attacks just like everyone else. It's not a good thing. I complain that the vets don't have a chair near their counter for every time they give me a bill for my cat. And that only ever gets to 3 figures. If anyone turned around and said, "You owe us £1,000 for your stag do," I owe you a what for my what now? Nah, you're paying for that, mate. And if you're out of pocket, that's your fucking luck now. Shouldn't have fucking planned it, should you? Especially without you speaking to me first. What was you going to do if the answer was no? Fuck then, aren't you? Yeah, see, smart ass. Thought you'd have a joke. Joke walking backfires. Do the trim on the shield. I mean, that shield's just got very bright all of a sudden, hasn't it? That shield's got really bright all of a sudden. Oh, but it added the gold to it. I suppose that will brighten it up, really, wouldn't it? I'll sleep on a bench. I did not mention tents. Certainly not in the middle of a random field with my friends. Not saying I don't trust you, but I don't trust you and stuff like that. Comes to rules for the game, fine. Comes to getting inebriated in a field and asking for someone to act like a responsible adult, no. No. I know it's not going to happen because I'm not going to be a responsible adult. So I can't expect anyone else to be. Which makes it even worse. Do not put us in a field with cows. I've got a feeling someone will want to try and get a claymore or something. Oh, I know where we could go get one of them. There's a farmer, he's got a shed over there. He's just got... No. Leave the cows alone. We've got burgers for breakfast. You know, one of those type of... Get shot off the field in the morning, the farmer comes screaming out, "What's happened to my daisy out there? What's happened? You blew my daisy up! That's my daisy!" You know, the general. D&D round a campfire would be legendary. It would be a good thing. Plenty of dice. Plenty of dice. Don't need characters. Theatre of the mind. As long as the DM can go, you're about away, and they've got cover. Blah, 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 blah. As long as we get a good enough DM, which means I'm not doing it because I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to run Theatre of the Mind properly anyway because I can't keep track of... I can plan it in my head, but trying to physically keep that. No worries, blood. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, mine are a little bit more erratic than Ollie's, I know. But thank you for coming in, man. I hope to see you again on Thursday if I don't overlap. Because if we overlap, then obviously you have choices to make. And I've got a feeling that the choice you will make will probably be the one that you have a membership for. Because there's a lot of people who give a lot of memberships out for Almouth. You can't give memberships out for me. Do you want to know why? Because I don't have memberships. I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have enough anything to have members. That's why everything's free. Yeah, you can hire DMs. The thing is, a hired DM will want to do it as you're gonna have to get the right type of DM. I'm what you call a nuisance player. So I'm gonna want to try and do something most of the time. You haven't got a membership yet? Oh crap. Because YouTube picks them at random, doesn't it? That's a bit shit. Well, hopefully next time someone donates a membership for Almost, you get it. Because if you've not had one yet, then you need one. Yeah, you do need one. But until then, you are an honorary member of the Lazy Mini Painting Network and family. So don't worry, it don't cost you a penny. Just join the Discord, and that's it. You're a member of the family, and you ain't getting away. We gonna hunt you down, and you're with us forever. So yeah, I'm playing D&D. Last time I played, I was Thos, my dwarf character, and it was the first time I've ever played with this other person. It was an American, and we'd already teamed up because he was playing Strength and Stupid Barbarian, and I was playing Dwarf trying to sell alcohol. And we got captured. So Barbarian rage, Barbarian pick Dwarf up, Barbarian throw Dwarf through door. Dwarf take it. Dwarf good, nice sturdy. Got through door. Dwarf use Tinker. Dwarf make himself makeshift hammer. Now Dwarf gets thrown through the next door with hammer first. Lowers DC. So what we're supposed to do to get out of this celled area was not try to beat up the other dwarf that was in the cell with me, because I tried to pick her up and throw her at the door, and that failed. We were supposed to talk to her, be nice to her, and she was supposed to get us all out of it. Instead, it ended up the barbarian using the dwarf as a battering ram, and we just beat our way out of there, including going through a what we weren't supposed to figure out was a false wall until we missed aiming me at a door. We found out there's a false wall there because that's what I went through instead. and completely derailed whatever was going to be because I didn't trust this thing that was with us because she had my flask and she told me she had my flask. My flask was a replenishing flask that only ever poured my family's best vintage mead. All I ever poured. All I could ever pour. Unlimited supply of it. And she had my flask. So I didn't trust her. Which in turn means that we got to find out who the big bag evil guy was really, really quickly. When we weren't ready for it. So it was a very, very quick game. Bang through wall, bang through wall, bang through door, bang through door. Oops, found a secret. I don't like you. Give him a flashback. Throw a makeshift hammer. Shouldn't have done that. We all get disintegrated. Didn't even get my flashback. Didn't even get none. Didn't get my real hammer back. Didn't get my hand axes back. Just got disintegrated and a headache. There's a level gaming cafe in York. We's having looks. We's been derailed. We've been derailed. Level Gaming Cafe York. Level Gaming Cafe York. Is it called Upper Level? Upper Level. Upper Level. Right, it is that one then. Right, okay. Upper Level York. Window capture. I'm getting good at this. I remember how to do certain bits. That's that one. Done. Right, so this is where reject all. Fuck off. So at the home, board games, consoles, events and workshops, tabletops, darts, about parties, room hire. Ooh, what's that? That's tabletop simulator. Right, okay. Cost. And tables are too small. Them tables are tiny. Are you supposed to get a game of 40k on there? I'm not slipping my finger in that ring either. Okay, so if I go book now, aren't I? Number of guests. 21 plus, just because room hire. Oh, he's gonna make me put that shit in. I ain't putting that shit in on here for obvious reasons. So room hire, how much would it, it's not helping me with the room hire. You're not very fucking helpful, are you? It's that Fistgate in York. See that's doable. Because this had the River Ouse, High Ouse Gate, Parliament Street, Shambles. So that's right in the middle of York. That shouldn't be hard to find at all. Joe, welcome in. Welcome in. I mean, we could push 2 tables together. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, Northern. That should be okay. Have I missed anyone coming in on portrait? No. No, I haven't. Yay. I've not switched it over from top chat to live chat. I know that much, so God knows what I've missed. But welcome in, Joe. Welcome in. Hopefully everything's going all right and the FAQs have well worked. Oh, I've just realised something. I've got a big magnet. I do. I have a big magnet. So I think we're getting more organised on here regarding a stag do than what anyone who's more local has done. I'm running out of tea. I'm really running out of tea. I've only been on for an hour and 10 minutes. This isn't right. Something's going wrong. What's happening? It's the world. Have we slipped through another one of them Hadron Collider holes? I'm sure we've been through about 3 so far in the last 15 years. Definitely slipped through a few Hadron Collider holes. If he's got a purple cloak, purple sword, purple stabby, don't ask, I'm not sure either. What colour should do his cloak? Got purple stabby. What's a goldie? My ships are printed. Wait a minute, that means you need my address now, doesn't it? No, that's the great things. The orcs don't know they're getting stabbed, but that's also the bad things. The orcs don't think they've been stabbed. See how it works? You can stab an orc with it, but you won't get stabbed. I am looking for... Joe, where have you gone? Joe! There you are. Right, so let me just double check. Not till the 27th. Right, okay. Right, okay. Close that. Don't need it till the 27th. 10 days. 10 days? Yeah, 10 days. Right, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Cloak. Yeah, so the problem is, orcs can't see the sword, so therefore they don't realise they're getting cut by it. So you can cut his head off with a purple sword, and it doesn't die, because it didn't see it. So he doesn't believe it's dead. Can't see it. Didn't happen. That's why he was with red swords, just to make sure. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, exception. Essentially, yeah. You can't kill an orc with a purple weapon because the orc doesn't know he's been killed with a purple weapon because he can't see purple because purple's invisible and doesn't exist. So that's how you end up with essentially an everlasting fight. I'm going to go for Calgar Blue, a nice sky blue. And then what I'm going to do, I think I might pop purple wash over it. Ooh, I'm going to... What was that noise? Strange noises in kitchen. Not many people in house. Just give me a second. It's alright, it sparkles. Panic over. But it's not, no, I would say that's more Smurf blue than that one. But I'm going to go for because it's more like a pastel blue. I'm going to go for this and then I'm going to put a purple wash over it. So it's not Smurf blue. I just want to use a different colour for a change. Because I've used reds, I've used normal blues, I've used browns, I've used ivories. Basically, I've used a lot of colours to do different cloaks. So I'm trying to use another different colour. Just so cloaks aren't all the same. I mean, some of them are like Phobos librarians. They have the same green cloak. But that's more because they're Phobosy and they're going to be working in like forward positions, jungly things and stuff like that. But when it comes to like captains and who do you watch it, they're not. They're going to be more stood battle line. Need to stand out, but don't need to be too gaudy. But at least need to make sure that you can make them out and they're slightly different from the standard Marines that are around them. as many as I know, I don't necessarily go in for the two thin coats method. If something requires a second coat, it requires a second coat. If it doesn't require a second coat, then why the fuck are you paying it over it again? No, really. If you've painted something and it's perfect, you've got it absolutely spot on the first coat. Just because some idiot on the internet says you should always paint in two thin coats, if you've got it right spot on, tell the knobhead on the internet to go do one because you've done it right. No worries, Joe. Thank you very much for calling in. You're not feeling well today. No worries, mate. You go get a lie down then. I'll be feeling better tomorrow. Said let me know when you need yeah, information. Information, and then we'll sort out the rest of it from there. Because for some reason I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to reset up an old streaming method so I can start doing guests again and stuff. Like when Captain Baptin and stuff will come up, I might have to start going back to some of my old streaming methods. Which is not a bad thing. I still know how to do it, and it gives me some playability that I don't normally get on here. But it ain't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Right, so I've done the back of his cloak in blue, but that's the underside essentially. And I don't know if you do the underside in blue as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the entire cape in blue. A paint party with Laz. More like everyone teaching Laz how to paint. Laz, what the fuck are you doing? How do you even get that? That shouldn't work. Laz, you're fucking that up. Stop it, just give it here. Fucking hell. You'll all have a heart attack by the end of the day. You'd all have a heart attack by the end of the day. And of course, I've got to speak to what Graham would call probably the scariest person that I know. I've got to get all this cleared with sparkles. Obviously, if boss don't clear it, ain't happening, is it? Let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest about this. If boss don't clear it, it ain't happening. And I've only got a month and a half at most to try and speak to people who get this organised. If it could even go ahead in the first place. And with the amount of varied people that I know, it's gonna be such a wit. It could end up the most bizarre night anyone's ever been on. It could end up a very, very bad idea for some people, or it could end up the best night in the world, or just an average one. But something tells me it's not gonna be an average one. Just because of the basics and the basis of who would want to turn up or who might turn up, and then what happens from there. Could be a very interesting evening. I'll set our evenings depending what happens. As I said, I'm not organising my own fucking stag do because I'm not supposed to. My best man's supposed to organise it, but my best man's not. Oh, not yet anyway. He's not told me about anything. Well, that's the thing. What I classify as fun is not necessarily what everyone else would classify as fun. I'm quite a boring person, really. I like uneventful. And I like uneventful because, well, I've seen what eventful is. And, not again, thank you. No, 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 no. No more eventful nights, thank you very much. They usually end up costing you money. That's costing you money or costing you a hell of a lot of time. So uneventful nights are good. Eventful nights, bad eventful nights are bad. And you can have an eventful night that's good, but uneventful is usually good as well. No worries, Graham. You have a good night, mate, and take care. Good luck with writing up. Yeah, I don't know how you. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I can help with a few things, but that isn't one of them. And certainly, job hunting at the moment as well is not something I'm certainly not going to put into my area of expertise because I've been out of work for nearly a decade now. For the same reason, I've been still trying to get back into it because of that reason. But yeah, I've been out of work for way too fucking long. Way too fucking long. Drushy Violet is the wash that I'm going to be using on his cloak when I come back in. Then I need. Where are you, little fucker? You little shitty. You little shitty. You little shitty. Where the fuck you gone? I need to paint now. Is that Gravelord? No, it's kind of low. Is that Gravelord? No. Is that Gravelord? No. Is that Great? No, it's not. That's not Gravelord either. That's Fire Giant. That's yellow, orange, olive. Black. High Lord blue. That's another black. Crusader skin. I do have a purple. Another Fire Giant. I should have two of these Gravelord Greys. And for some reason, I haven't. Now, I'm going to need this just to give a general wash over the armour. I'm going to give that a shake up now. And the Drushy Violet to do the general wash over the cloak. And then it's red eyes. Is it a spray? No. No, these are all, this is a Speed Paint 1.0 from my painter. And that is a shade. Wash. So they're both basically washes. That's what they are. I'm just making sure that that blue's dried properly. Because I can still see bits of shiny wet in there. My spray, I can't use at the minute because Cam's got it. Cam's got my compressor and airbrush. Speaking of which, are you even in here? He's not, is he? He's not in it. I want to go get my airbrush back from him soon because I've got vehicles to spray. Right, I've got the primer fill. I just need to get my airbrush so I can. Right. Dry, you little bastards. Dry, you little fuckers. Dry, you little bastards. Dry, you little. It's not working, is it? Oh, yeah, it got mixed ball in it. Yeah, so. Yeah, it has a mixer ball in it. I've only just decided to check that my mic's working. I'm assuming it has been because people have been responding to me. But yeah, I've only just decided to check the mic's working. Okay. That's that dry. So let's start with the Drushy Violet. Because that's going to be the most awkward one. And I only need one to go through there. Yeah, just for the record, it is a wash. It does have a thingy paint, a ball in it. So we're all right, right. Drushy Violet. Over cloak. And we want to slather it all over the cloak. All over. All over. We want to get it in nooks and crannies and bits that are even showing light. We want to make sure that even the Emperor's finest little dishwasher can't get this. And get it right in there. Get up in cracks. All filling all those crevices. Make sure it's dripping right down into little bits. Gotta get it right up there as well. Right up. Right up there, see? Right up. Yeah. Can't argue with that, can you? Yeah. Deep, deep, right up. Deep, deep, get in there. Ooh. Please don't ask. I'm not sure myself. Things come out of my mouth. Things probably shouldn't come out of my mouth. You've missed the characters. I don't even know which character that was. That was just a voice that decided it wanted to come out of my head, that one. He seemed to be enjoying the purple wash. Whoever he was. Oh dear God, I need to get my head set. I don't think, well, last time I went to like a psychologist, psychiatrist person, we didn't even touch on the fact that the voice is in the head. Because, well, you don't tell people about shit like that. You just don't. They look at you weird and then they write you off. You don't tell them you see and hear, you like to hear things, or you have voices that randomly pop out without your control. It was a sophisticated arc. It was Archimedes. So now that I've got a really good coating of the violet on there, I'm going to let that dry while I go have nicotine. Have this conversation. I smoke. Hour and a half is plenty of time for somebody who smokes to be not going without a cigarette. Now, I will be taking portrait mode outside with me. So I cannot see the little green box. So the little green box that is on screen, that collates both portrait mode and horizontal mode charts and goes, bleh. I can't see that on portrait mode. Basically, I can't see that on my phone. I can only see what people in the portrait mode are typing on my phone. But I will be taking that out there with me. While I do, I found something out today. I'm so happy. 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 I found something out. I have some soundtracks. And people think, what the fuck? Soundtracks, lads. Soundtracks. Yeah. I have soundtracks. This song is called Places in My Head. I will see if anyone knows what game this is from or where the soundtrack is from when I come back. But I'm just going to sort the levels out so that it is possible to hear me over this piece of music. So let's try that. Okay, I shall be back soon. Again, the Rogues Den Hobbies logo I'm about to put up only applies to everything except for the MS Paint range. So please do not try and buy the Hector Frogs and put the 10% code in because it will not work. Don't ask me what's going on with the blurry thing back there. No idea. I shall be back soon. So apparently we still have somebody. So there are people still here. Ooh, he's back. I'm back. I'm back. Hello. Don't need my headphones on though. Not the music's not on anymore, is it? Need to sort me out though, because this hat isn't very comfortable. I've nicked this out of Mini Las. Just because it looked weird having a black t-shirt on and a brown hat. And I've only got a light grey hat otherwise, so. Yeah. So did anyone actually guess what that was? What soundtrack that was? Or what it was from? Yeah, if not, that was actually from Cyberpunk. It was Cyberpunk 2077. Know which one that was. Right. We're gonna try sponging. And I don't mean like asking people for stuff and not giving them back. I mean, we're gonna try using a bit of sponge to apply the a kind of textury stuff of the blue on back onto the raised areas of the cloak. Do I think it's gonna work? I don't know, good idea. I'm gonna try it. Yes, I am. So let's give it a go. And we'll see where we get from this. So we need a little bit of spongy stuff. And I think I got two little bit of a spongy stuff there. There's the other little bits of spongy stuff gone. I know I've got more. I found a bag of bases though, that's good. Where's all my bits of spongy stuff gone? I had loads of it here like a day ago because I was sorting it out. There's the paint racks that I don't need yet. That's my spare power claw that I will need. Ah, there's one. Nice little bit of sponge. We found it. We found the sponge. Ickle bit of sponge, just a ickle bit. And then we take some paint out, put it on the wet palette, and wash the brush again. Fair enough. I've sponged a couple of times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you have a look in Discord, the more up-to-date Angry Ron that I've been painting, I've done a bit of sponging on him and it worked alright. It's just making sure you get the right area of sponge in the first place. You don't want loads of it. So we dab it around a little bit. And then we'll be extra fucking careful. Because really, we should be doing this with a layer brush. But we're not. We're doing this. Yeah, spongy. So I'm just trying to get the very, very highest areas. So hopefully even the dark areas where it might not have dried properly yet. Hopefully it still won't get that far down. Because we only want a very, very subtle blend through. And then hopefully once I do this and spread the wash around a little bit, just so it can get some of the edges a bit more where I want them. Hopefully that looks okay. Hopefully. I'll actually know for definite until it has finished drying. But at least I can let him dry now. And let his cloak dry from there. I'll do a better picture of it because this camera's not doing it justice. But I'll do a better picture of it on Discord. No, for the really annoying bit, I need Gravelord, which I did pull out. Damn good beating. Damn good beating, yeah. Beat the devil out of it. Don't do that. Yeah, don't want to be doing that as you do it. Gravelord. Why is this not working? Oh, that was odd. My I appear to have frozen. Have I frozen everywhere? I'm just going to double check if I've frozen on everything. Double check if I've frozen. No, I don't appear to. I appear to still be okay. No worries, nothing. Thank you for coming in, mate, and I look forward to seeing you back in more often. You have been noticeably missed, and I'm glad to see you back in. Thank you for coming in. You have a good night, mate. And no, I've not frozen ever. I've frozen on the portrait one, but I've not frozen on. Yeah, I've frozen on portrait, but I've not frozen on horizontal. No. Right, oh, that's the wrong one. That's why that's the normal one. No, it should be portrait. Well, I'm going to go find out just to make sure. Yeah, portrait stopped. Don't know why portrait stopped, but portrait stopped. Sorry for anyone on portrait mode. I'm not sure why it stopped, but it has. If you have jumped over to catch me on horizontal mode, we are about to do the essentially Gravelord speed paint back over all the armor, just because we need to darken it up, especially in some of the recessed areas. And the darker areas, we just need to make sure that we get it looking black again and not just grey. That's kind of what we need to do. And I've got to hurry up because it's wrestling, of course, tonight. And here's the thing with me being a wrestling fan as well, on Monday nights it's Raw. So, for WWE. And I've got time still, luckily. But I've still got to bear in mind that although I've got time, I haven't got infinite time. So we'll get this black done on these 5 here. And that should be nicely done for tonight. We hope. Unless, of course, I spot something else halfway through and then realise, ah, shit, I've got to go paint that. Hopefully, something I can go, ah, shit, I've got to do it on all of them. I can come back next week and we can sort it out then. That would be better. That would be a lot better. We definitely need to make sure that we get all the black tone back down to be black again, or at least as close to black as I can get without actually going like full Venta black on it. Just so we have darker ones and they're not all being weird. Welcome back to whoever's just come back in or whoever's just come in. Welcome in. I'm going to say welcome back because I'm going to assume you have been here earlier or at least been here once before. I may be completely wrong and it may not be a return. You may not be a returning viewer. You may not be a new viewer. If you're a new viewer, that's awesome. You get to find out all about each other's gamings and army collections and painting methods and styles. And that's always fun. But hello to my only viewer at the moment. Thank you so much for making me not talk to myself. Even if you're not talking back, don't worry. Don't panic if you're not talking back. I will just talk to myself. It's mostly just black now. Well, speed painting black on the armors. Just to darken everything up again because I don't want it to be that like dusty colour like this one. I don't want it to be like that grey colour. I do want it to be more black. Although I'm painting what is technically a salamander successor, which is my custom chapter. It is black armour with blue shoulder pads. They have very little green on them. That's because I have an arc army and obviously green will be going on them. I'm trying not to make my armies clash too much colour wise. So for red I have World Eaters. I have purple, green and yellow Tyranids. I will have in green and yellow Orcs. Astra Militarum or Imperial Guard will be done in Cadian colours. My Eldar are going to be very dark blue and orange. Is that all my armies? I'm not sure. Orcs, Marines, Guard, Eldar, World Eaters. Orcs, Marines, Guard, Eldar, World Eaters. Tyranids, that's 6. I'm sure I've got more than that. I'm pretty sure I've got. I know I could count Space Marines as multiple because I could field multiple 2,000 by armies with them. Themed as well, if you prefer fast attack, heavy, depending on how providing you don't want to go all vehicles. I'm usually okay fielding most types of Space Marine armies. Currently, it's listed as pretty much first company, so mostly Terminators and Veterans. Blade Guard, Vanguard, and Stern Guard. With Dreadnoughts. Lots of Dreadnoughts. Well, not lots, 5. 2 standard box Dreadnoughts, a Repulsor Dreadnought, a Redemptor Dreadnought, a Ballistus Dreadnought, and a Brutalis Dreadnought. So only 5. What 5 Dreadnoughts is enough to be making most people go, ah, crap, I should have brought more anti-tank. And then when they see the amount of infantry, it's, ah, crap, yeah. Basically, my entire army is designed to make you think, I should have brought more of. And then realizing that even if you did bring more of whatever it was, then you wouldn't have had enough for the other stuff. So anti-vehicle, anti-elite is pretty much how you'll take out that army. But in the same way, I've got another one that's built up that's pretty much just all standard Mark 10 armor, like this. So it's intercessors, hellblasters, assault intercessors, captains, lieutenants, still with jump packs and stuff in it. So assault intercessors, headed by a chaplain with jump pack. In standard intercessors and things with things like lieutenants, a few others with librarians, just to really throw about the amount of special rules and combos that I can get going on there, like lethal hits and things. Makes them all nice and good. All nice and good. We have blacks. Right. Let's have a look at this chappy. It's a weird bluey purple cape. I quite like it. I've just got to get his blackness back. That sounded wrong. Sorry, but you understand what I mean. I'm painting black as a colour. And I don't mean dark wheat, I mean like black. Black's a colour. And that's the colour that I'm using. And he's back. He's back. Catch the bottom of his legs. And the bits down there that I need to catch. And then get his head. I need to get his head. That can stay quite bright. See this here? That can stay quite bright. I'm not too, but I'm quite happy with that as it is. So we have a captain, damn near done. We have the Vanguard veterans, damn near done. A lot of drying time to wait on them though, which is the biggest pain in the backside about this entire hobby is the drying time. I have to sit here and wait. We do. While I'm waiting, is there anything else I can do? No, because it's all covered in black. I could put a little bit of blue on the plasma gun. Yeah, let's go for a tiny little bit of fluorescent blue on the plasma gun. Just to get it started, so I can find the plasma guy when I need him. Now in this case, I'm actually going for the fluorescent blue, just for the sake of it, because it was in front of me and I can use it. And then we get Plasma Dude again. We'll have to pick him up by his sword because he's sopping wet with the black paint in a minute. We just want to get this section of here done. Just so that a little bit of his gun there, if you can make it out, which I don't think you can. Let's try borrowing one of these for a second. You can just about make out there's a bit of blue on there. Only just though. Forgot to do a bit around the edges there as well. There we go. We've got the bit of blue painted on his plasma pistol as well. We's getting there. Why is that saying live for 15 minutes? Has this restarted? Without me knowing. I don't like it when it does this, you know. This isn't the first time it's done this on me. It's just decided I've got to restart the stream for no reason whatsoever, and it's just done it for me because of bad connection. What I actually need is a machine that can handle the latency. I should say a card that can handle the latency. Now we come around the front of here to make the shield blue as well. Because this isn't the relic shield we got with the Leviathan box. The one we got with the Leviathan box had a fancier shield than this, with pretty much a guy's skeleton strapped to it. Highly honoured, apparently. Highly honoured. Don't quite get to see how that works, but okay. So his shield is now blue. What I need to do is get a black light on this. Or an ultraviolet light. Because this is supposed to be fluorescent blue. The only way I'm going to find out if it is truly fluorescent blue is by getting a black light on it. Or an ultraviolet light. Or, something that's going to make the fluorescence stand out. What do we try now? I think we've got one somewhere, a bulb. Or at least a torch. So we could at least try it. I've just got to find the bloody torch first. Right now I've got a lot of greeblies and bit in basically his crotch area here. Lots of greeblies, lots of little straps and crotch cloths and dick drops and cock cuffs and all sorts of bits and bobs. So we can go for an XV8. No, I need to keep the XV88 because that's the colour for the kitty. Keep the colour for the kitty. We go with Xandri Dust and then we go with an Agrax Wash. I need to get a bit of Xandri Dust out. Bit of Xandri Dust. Now, welcome back in to anyone who's rejoined. Sorry for anyone who was here and then it kicked out because the stream dropped. And then all of a sudden you find out I'm still live and I didn't even know the stream had dropped. Bloody wonderful YouTube, thank you for telling me that. I mean, it has given me 13 notices, particularly for like low latency issues. Which I know about on my end because a lot of that is my machine. It's my machine. It's not quite up to snuff anymore. Not that it ever was the best on the market in the first place, but it was at least adequate to do what I used to do with it. So I may have to drop back to like Video Ninja and StreamYard just to get some of these bits and to help me out, particularly with regards to bringing people up to discuss. There's going to be a few people, hopefully, in the coming year that are going to be discussing various things, from new games to videos to tabletop games, all sorts of stuff, really. Hopefully, I'm going to be expanding essentially my guest list, if you will. Now, I do have guests that come up already. Some of you may know them, like Captain Baptin, if I can ever get him back on again, because he doesn't seem to want to work. Same with the Eclectic Beard, it doesn't seem to want to bring him up again anymore. Hopefully in the future I'll be getting Live While Live as well, but I'm going to have to double check to see if I can actually get some stuff working. There we go. We have some colour down there now where his crotch cloth could be. That's a sword or a scabbard, people. In case you're thinking, why have you painted that like that? That looks a bit... This is scabbard, okay? It's a scabbard. Look for a sword. See the handle? See the hilt? It's not like that. And I say that is because if he's gone through my head, he's probably gone through your head as well. I've noticed that a lot of people share my thought processes and my dirty mind. Happy days. So that is, it's actually, we've hit the 2 hour mark now. And everything I believe I wanted done is done, is it? Yeah, because I'm coming back to him on his own. Him and what I have to do on his own. He's got a lot to do. But we have got the majority of the Vanguard veterans now done. We've got eyes and rocks to paint, as far as I can tell. Eyes, rocks, and a few pouches. I've just got to wait for all that black to dry. Oh, the joys, oh, the joys, oh, the happy, happy joys. The things that we do for the things on our toys. I mean, I know they're not technically toys, they are miniatures and models, but the toys. And I'm a 40-odd-year-old man playing with toys. I'll admit it on the internet, that's fine. I'm playing with toys, it's great. But that's that for tonight. I'm going to take a photograph of the cloak and the captain, just so I can get it up on Discord. Again, little bits need doing, eyes, a couple of little touch-ups, but I'll do them as I'm pulling out colours to do this chappy. I don't believe I've got any more primed Space Marines ready. No, I have the 3 Eradicators. Oh, I do. I have the Combi Lieutenant from the Leviathan box to do as well. So I'll stick him with the same part as doing them because he's going to end up with similar colours. And I've got all the Intercessors to do. Intercessors. I've painted 85 of them so far. This will make the 95th set. This point was a 95. I know I've cut some up and changed them for other bits, but still painting that many Intercessors is daunting, and it can certainly start getting on your tits by the end of it. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely start getting on your nerves by the end of doing it. After 60, you shouldn't have to paint any more of any one model. But well, I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? There we go then. So that'll be it for this evening. Thank you everybody for coming in tonight, and good to see you back in Northern. It was nice to have you back. I'm glad you're feeling better. I will see everybody if you're available on Thursday. Again, if you want to leave a like, subscribe, or even better, if you want to put a comment on after the video, that would be absolutely amazing, and I would be really appreciative. But until Thursday, please drive safe, and I will see you then.